All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Okay, we actually have a gigantic content drop coming. In all seriousness, we've got a ton actually going on here. Now, of course, one of these things is the big thing that has people really mad right now. The LR, whoops, wrong thing. The LR for that Goku is coming. And he is a transforming into Super Saiyan Goku, which people obviously did not want, because people really want him to be, think of like GDC headliner, TDC LR, an anniversary LR, something like that. So we'll see what's gonna happen. I don't think that like what this guy's gonna be is enough to just assume. Here, let's just go over to this. I don't think it's enough to just assume that like that's it, like GG, like we're not getting whatchamacallit anymore. Actually, I still need to pull up that second form of God Goku. Again, there's a lot of stuff coming. So we got two major characters, the EZA for God Goku, and then of course we got the new LR for Super, like the Goku that Dokkan Awakens here, and then he has the Super Saiyan version. But I mean, I don't know what the spread of all this stuff is gonna be, right? Like I see people on the timeline like, oh, it's all dropping tonight. I bet you something is dropping tonight, but we'll see. And don't forget, there is also JP maintenance, so nothing is dropping until 4 a.m. my time at minimum, right? A lot of times there's two different drop times that they use. Sometimes they use 1 a.m. my time. Sometimes they use 4 a.m. my time. If they're dropping anything tonight, it's going to be at 4 a.m., which is usually just content, right? Like an EZA usually drops at 1 a.m. usually, right? So we'll see what's going to happen with that. All right, let's jump in. So again, there's a lot here. So we have the new event, the Supreme Innocent Battle RE coming. Very good, because I've spent the last 2 weeks saying this is coming, this is coming, this is coming. So I certainly would have looked very dumb if it didn't come. Keep in mind that I'm expecting, right? We did all this. I did tweets going over this, multiple videos. Like we went over this quite a bit, right? But I did quote it. I am anticipating that this event is going to drop on like the 22nd. The RE event, yeah, right here. Based on the normal timings and stuff like that, the 22nd is when I think it's going to actually drop. So keep that in mind, right? 22nd is when we're going to be seeing this bad boy drop, I believe. Pretty sure. So there's that. I'm going to assume it'll probably be 3 fights. Probably Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, God Goku, and Beerus is probably what it's going to be. Remember, the 5 great Super Saiyans was 3 fights. The GT1 was 3 fights. Like, they're all just usually, like, 3 fights. I guess the Xenoverse one had a couple more, but the Xenoverse one was a throwaway. Keep in mind that the Xenoverse one, I fully anticipate is going to be the aberration, right? That's going to be the one that's, like, non-standard, which it sucked. The other RE events have been, I thought, quite good, right? So I do think this is going to be good content. So for our 2-week window here, we're going to have good content. Thank goodness. Now, how long is this probably going to last? Oh, like maybe like 16 days or so? Maybe something like 16 days or so. All right, so it'll probably take us a little bit into the start of the next celebration, but we certainly would be able to use the next Dokkan Fest in there too, which will be good. So that'll be good. Now is the time. I got to get a bunch of God Equip videos done while this is up, presuming these are good fights, which I expect they will be. So like, yeah, now is going to be the time to do a God Equip video. Okay. Or a bunch of God Equip videos. Android 16, there's many other characters. I do want to do one for HL Champa, Tech Beerus, right? All right, so this is coming. We have another event. So by the way, again, I'm expecting this on like the 22nd. The RE Supreme, like, again, like the data download is going to happen tonight, and people are going to go, what? Why? But it's like, bro, like I've been trying to scream from the mountains as much as I can. Like, we know how they're gonna drop this, man. Please, like, it's like, yeah, like, do I wish it was tonight? Sure do, but again, it's not gonna be tonight. Then we have this other event right here. So this is interesting. An event of the high... Oh, you know what this... Oh, okay. You know what this probably is? This is probably one of these right here. This Goma event. Fusion Zamasu event. I bet you it's one of these. I think so. Probably. Looking at this. So, an event of the highest difficulty challenge the powerful opponents who possess overwhelming power. Reign victorious against Beerus to get awesome rewards. Yeah, I bet you. I don't know what to call these. These I will defend. Like sometimes we get good content and bad content. Like the Xenoverse obviously limited time content sucks, right? Let's just get that out the way. But excuse me, I always call it the 3 great, it's the 5 great Super Saiyans. The 5 great Super Saiyans event was awesome, right? And that's another reason people hate the limited time content so much, is because we did have an awesome event, and then they took it away. The greatest tourist Jiren, I thought is, now people would argue with this, but I thought it was one of the best designed fights in Dokkan history. It was, and it was a great usage to show the strength of tag characters, which is another thing I really loved about it. But it's so good and it goes away, right? Now, people often hate these fights, but I like the concept that they do with this, which is kind of like these story type events, I think. I think they're good. I will defend these. They really create a challenge event, but it's not one of these normal super difficult fights. It's actually focusing in on the story aspect of it. We could probably say the Gogeta clone one could be one of those as well, right? There's a couple of those. There's a couple. So that's probably what that is. The God of Destruction's revelation right there. Okay. Yeah, I bet so. Yeah, I decided to make a quick tweet about this, right? So it'll be similar to Goma Infinite Zamasu challenge events. Story-focused challenge events has a big gimmick that crushes it, right? So remember, the Zeno button, obviously, for this, and then Majin Ku, the free-to-play character. So if that would hold, then, these any of these movie hero God Goku characters will obliterate this event, right? Probably would be something along those lines. Okay, so we have that. So we have this. Now, again, I don't want to diminish people's frustrations with the game. I do feel like many criticisms this year have been valid, right? I don't know, 11th anniversary started and everyone said it's the worst ever of all time. They were jumping the gun way too quick. But then as it continued on, it's oh yeah, wait, this is now underperforming, absolutely. And then by the time we leave it, it's yeah, this is not very good, right? There are sprinkled in here bad stuff, and then this is kind of the one thing I do think people are way gassing and overblowing. I think this is a victim, or no, this is an assailant to our intelligence right here, because people, I think, are focusing too fucking much on this alternate art shit when there are bigger fish to fry, straight up. And it looks as though I've got everything pulled up. So we have V-Jump right there. Air Dokkan posted the V-Jump thing, and then there we go. Okay, so I think, and I've got this right here, I think the 2 alternate art characters, I do think it's just God Goku and his art. Maybe it is a different art. I saw some people wondering if maybe transforming Goku, the 2018 Worldwide Download Celebration character who goes Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, right? If maybe he's one of the alternate arts characters, because this is definitely very new looking. By the way, this is Super Saiyan 1 for anyone curious, and then God Goku right here, maybe, right? I think right now I'm thinking that this is just God Goku, and then this is just the Super Saiyan Goku, his transformation, right? Because I do think if there was a second alternate art character, I think they would be right here. I do. Because this V-Jump is the 21st, right? Is when V-Jump is released. So remember, this is days, we're not supposed to be seeing this yet. This is a leak, V-Jump. So I think the 2 arts they're showing is God Goku and then his Super Saiyan transformation, right? Now, people, again, we know about this alternate art thing. It's not new because they've done this before, but people are just choosing to ignore it. This one, no one's got this guy, basically, right? So I understand that. This is the one that did scare me, though, because he has a different super attack animation, but they did say that they're not going to have different super attack animations. So, okay, then then to me, that would be the fear. But they did this. I think a lot of people just didn't really give a fuck about these, but, like, you can't, like, feed a copy of this guy into this guy, right? Like, it is two separate characters. They're just the same character, right? I mean, listen, it's a gacha game. Very clearly, right, they're using this to do what, chat? They're trying to obviously make some extra bank, of course, by getting some dumb fuck, like me, to summon and rainbow this guy, right? That's the point. But it looks as though there is a free-to-play alternative already. Now, I don't know what to assume, because again, we're gonna need... I have way too many tabs open. I'm gonna close this for now. Let's get rid of these. We'll leave that open. We'll get rid of this tweet right here. You're gonna need 5 copies of this guy to rainbow him, right? I mean, it's his copy, and then you need the 4 dupes. So, do they maybe, right now, they'll just give out 1 copy for free, and then if you want the dupes, you'd have to summon for him? Like, is that the way it could be? It is hard to say completely, but it is interesting how in here, too, in talking about this, they said... like, oh, yeah, we're looking at ways to have this, you know, yeah, we're preparing other methods to recruit this characters. That was kind of like, that seemed as though it was saying it was going to be down the line, but it's going to be right away that we're going to be able to get this God Goku. So I'm going to assume going into this data download, everyone probably will be able to at least get a copy of them. But if you want to rainbow him, maybe you have to summon for now. That would be what I would guess. But we'll see. The art certainly does look much better. I mean, AGL God Goku is obviously a completely different character. But, I mean, yeah, like, people say his art sucks. And I'm not Mr. like, artsy-fartsy. Like, I'm like, whatever. That shit all goes over my head. But once people start saying, it sucks, I like, okay. Like, let me put my, you know, the emoji. This is the emoji I would use right here. Like, okay, let me get... Wait, how do I... oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, this one right here. This is the emoji. I'm like, oh, okay. Hold on. So I look at that and like, yeah, like this isn't that good. Like, I probably wouldn't have even been like, oh, his art sucks. Like, but unless people start talking about, I'm like, oh yeah, his art does look pretty mid. And then you look at this and it's like, oh fuck, like that looks really good, right? Like that looks really damn good. And I do love the other characters down there. Obviously, the God Ritual. It's pretty sick. So we'll see how that's gonna operate. There is gonna be a banner though. Garesh. Oh my god, I closed the tweet. I'm such a muppet. All right, hold on. We got shit everywhere. Yeah, here we go. Another tweet by me. Let me just... I mean, we talk about it in DMs a little bit. I showed it in a different video, but Gresh comments right here. Yeah, from the Goku Day Dokkan Fest. So they're going to drop a banner that, I don't know, it's going to have both God Gokus on it or what. Because right now, physical God Goku, who is EZAing, he looks really explosively good, by the way. Whoops. Oh, wait. I'm getting fucked up. Here we go. Nope. God damn it. Wait, where's my... There... What? Sorry, chat. I got too many tabs open. Okay, this God Goku, who's dropping within the next couple days, he looks like he's really crazy. But, I mean, he also definitely looks like he's going to have a heavy basis around Festival, too. So keep that in mind. Okay, so we got that. Oh, should I build him with attack equips? With Festival in mind? What do you guys think? I saw some players somehow crit for him. And I was like, oh, okay, crit. Yeah, because God Goku doesn't have crit. But this guy's guaranteed critting. And this is the guy that's going to be fighting Vegito and Gogeta at the end of Festival. So, okay, how can I make this guy strong? Well, to be fair, additional, like, if you're talking turn 70 in Festival, if he does an additional normal, it's going to do multiple hundreds of millions of damage with a hidden potential system additional normal, right? So, I mean, yeah, additional, and raw attack. I mean... I don't want to, you know, this guy's not going to be a Festival merchant, but, I mean, this guy, like, I'm thinking about building him geared more towards Festival, which would be raw attack and probably additional, right? Because, again, if we trigger the hidden potential system additional, he does obscene damage after, you know, greatly stacking attack for 70 turns. So he's dropping, and his alternate art card is dropping. Now, again, keep in mind, they're different characters, right? So you need different dupes. Well, one thing I'm not sure of, I mean, we're going to need medals to awaken him, medals to EZA him. Like, how does some of that work? That's what I'm interested to see, right? So, remember, they're dropping this God Goku as the alternate art, but he now has an EZA. Like, do we get the medals for this guy, and then it just gives us an extra amount of medals to also EZA this guy? Like, that's the type of shit that I'm not sure. We'll find out once the data download hits. I feel like it's at least in play that this guy might just drop as, like there's no SSR, and he's just the EZA TUR as his drop. Might be what he is. But it's hard to say. But I think he probably won't even have an SSR. I think it might just be the TUR. But again, I don't know. So we have that. Now we also have new missions for Festival. Now people are gonna fucking cry up a river, but I mean, this is good. I'm sorry. Let's straight up. This is good. This content is completely different from like this content and shit. I'm sorry. This is good. This is good. Like, missions for this is cool. And I mean, I would assume it's going to be based around this guy, who is an EZA character. So it's not like, oh, you better have the new summonable unit to win. Like, EGL God Goku and Beerus aren't even like, you know, oh my god, Festival Destroyers or something, right? Like, this guy is going to be a Festival Destroyer, but this is a character that's existed for 3 years, right? So, all right, so we have that. I assume the mission might be like a Realm of God mission or something like that, or beat it with a full superclass team, like a rainbow superclass team, like AGL, Tech, and STR Physical. Something like that is what I bet it'll be. Personally, I do like them releasing new missions or like a festival of, or carnival of battles or something. I think is good. There's no reason they can't do that while also dropping other content, which they are. So, I mean, people will cry about this, but you're wrong. Sorry, L. Sorry, L. Sorry, hold that dick. Yep. Okay, next. So we also have new nodes being added to Dokkan Frontier. Yep. Now, here's the thing with this guy. Okay, so you know how Vegeta and Trunks or like Wrath Broly are like festival merchants? This guy looks like he is a Dokkan Frontier merchant. He looks like he's probably going to be the strongest character in Dokkan Frontier Namek Saga. But out of Dokkan Frontier, doesn't seem like he's going to be too crazy. Now, this is what has people really hot and bothered, because, like, people consider this, like, a huge waste. I gotta look at the JP version. Hold on, let me go back into my tweets, because I don't need to, like, just pull it up in 2 seconds. I saw people talk, like, this tweet, like, really, like, blew up with anger. Yeah, I mean, this is closing in on 2 million views, dude. Like, this really has people mad that they're just, like, using him just as, like, a free-to-play character. Now, to an extent, one thing I will say is, because I see the thing, like, I saw someone go, oh, DeBoris or somebody, you know, but this guy's free-to-play, and, like, this and this. Keep in mind, Namek Goku has already been a headliner. Like, it's not like Dokkan has never fucking used him. Now, I do think Dokkan should use him as a headliner this year for TDC or GDC, right? So understand, like, he's been used before, but I'm saying it is now also his turn to use him again, okay? So don't get those, like, someone will twist those points into saying, oh, Truth said not to be mad about this because they already did Namek Goku for Worldwide. That's not what I said. I said they did use him before, but it's now his turn again, right? Like, leading into the 10th anniversary, I remember people talking about Namek Goku, and I scoffed at that. Like, bro, it's time for Vegito. We need Vegito right now. Boom, we got Vegito. Now we're on to the next character whose turn it is. Namek Goku's up. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm still thinking that there is a very high chance we see, like, Namek being TDC or GDC. Right? It would make this day retroactively very fucking funny. Because people are not mad that this guy's a free-to-play unit. That's not why they're mad. They're mad because it's this guy's turn. Like this is the guy who should be up next. Like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan was just in a major celebration. Like they've spammed Super Saiyan 3 Gokus. They did every fusion, right? Like you go down the list of all these characters, they have done them all. Like since this guy was last the headliner. That's the point, right? So it's like people are waiting for this guy to drop, and then, oh, oops, actually he's a free-to-play character. That's what has people mad, right? But, like, if he still is just a headliner in, like, September, then we'll all just look back at this day and laugh, right? And maybe this guy could be good if that, you know, Dokkan Festel or Namek GDC Goku has, like, crazy support to other Super Saiyan Gokus or Namek characters or something. This guy could become really strong. Could. So we'll see. But yeah, this guy is going to be an awakening from Frontier. I imagine the last couple of stages in here are probably going to be really fucking viciously hard. And this guy is probably going to be 100% necessary. It does seem like he's going to be very good. And it doesn't seem like it's going to be too hard to use him either. Because you just have Krillin die, and then you'll just transform. So, that's good. Okay, yeah, so here's some of the panel missions. Is for these two events, the Beerus event, and then this God Goku event. Yeah, maintenance is tonight. Again, it's scheduled to end at 3 a.m. Usually JP ends a little sooner, so I can imagine seeing the JP maintenance end at about 2:30 a.m. my time. So I guess in about 14 hours or so. So we have that. We don't need this anymore. We talked about Namek Goku. We talked about the alternate arts. We don't need these. So we've talked about everything, right? Yeah, there actually is quite a bit. This is where Dokkan is still failing in a major aspect, chat, which is the spread of content and stuff. Dude, there's so much this week, and they dropped almost nothing last week, right? Like, something here should have been last week with EZA, Beerus and Whis, and STR Whis, right? Like, it's like, you look at this, and it's like, this is not, like, this shit needs to be spread out more. I can't believe, like, how dead last week was, and then, like, I was expecting, you guys know, like, I've done the tweets, I talk about it in videos, I was expecting this to drop tonight, or at least the announcement of it, right? Like, today on the 18th. But, like, then 3 other challenge events, basically. Well, I mean, I guess 1 other challenge event, special event, and then more festival missions is great, but, like, let's spread some of this out, right? Now, keep in mind, Dokkan Frontier, by the way, this Namek Goku might not drop instantly. Also, keep that in mind. Because remember, last time they did a data download, they added Dokkan Frontier stages out over the span of a month. So, I mean, we're pretty close to the end of Dokkan Frontier, though, or at least the Namek saga, so I don't necessarily think that's going to happen again, where it's like this fight's spread out for like the next month. But, I mean, we'll see. This data download might have the conclusion of the Namek saga Dokkan Frontier in there. So are we now going to move on to another Dokkan Frontier? Is the point that they're going to drop Dokkan Frontier, it's going to be brutally fucking difficult to the point we're all crying, and then they drop GDC Namek Goku, and they're like, yep, here's your savior, summon for him, so you can clear Dokkan Frontier. Is that what they're going to do? I could see it. I could see it. The end of Dokkan Frontier so mind-numbingly hard, and then the savior, GDC Namek Goku, drops. And yeah, summon for him, and you can clear Dokkan Frontier easy. Don't be shocked when it happens, right? So, chat, let me know what you guys think. The title is like an avalanche of content or something like that. Any fucker disagrees, you're banned. Not actually, but you're banned. But you know, I'm not actually going to do that. It's a joke. Let me be careful. Iron Kane is listening right now, and he's going to say, did you say you're going to ban them if they talk back in the comments? Yeah, fucker. It's a joke. Okay, thanks, Iron. Anyway, I do love you guys. Chat in the hat. Mwah! I'll catch y'all next time.